Ah, it never ends, people. We're live. It's ready for a Thursday night football game between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Joe Lisi always loves the opening of the show. It brings heart and joy to him. We're with Tom Vecchio, Joe Lisi, Mike Carver. I'm Donnie Wrightside. It's time to get down to the business in what could possibly be a blowout. Tom Vecchio, how are you feeling tonight? Thursday night football.
Feeling good. Yeah, this game certainly looking like a blowout, at least from the odds perspective. I think this game is super tough just because if the game script gets out of control, part of me always thinks that the Dolphins are just going to quit any day now, and they could lose by 30 points tonight. That's the type of game we're dealing with.
Yeah, lining this one up tonight for us. Opening number right around that 9.5, 10, depending where he's shopping at early in the week, up to as high as 12.5, which still DraftKings is showing. 11.5, settling at FanDuel, BetMGM, Bet365, and the Westgate out in Vegas right now. Joe Lisi, a blowout could be on the horizon. You said you got tweets ready to go for tonight.
That's it. Mike McDaniel's potential last game. Donnie, what game was it that we worked last year? Jacksonville, and we were talking about Doug Peterson when that team quit. When they got smashed 47-10 or whatever that score was. Could be similar tonight. I will say, if Miami has any shot to cover this 11.5 or even win the game, they need a better effort. Everybody's going to think it's Tyreek and Waddle. I think it's the rushing attack with Devon Achane and that offensive line. I took him over 60 yards on the ground. His number was 52.5, and I did take him for a touchdown tonight. So we'll see.
Big spreads, big fun. Mike Carver, you see the jacket he's got on tonight. The Bills Mafia celebrating their last season at a passionate stadium that the common man can get into because the big toaster's coming next year. Better win it this year, Mike. Come on now.
Better win it this year because it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more to get into the place next year. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, Donnie, I'm fired up here.
Yeah.
We got the Bills blazer on as per usual for a primetime Buffalo game. And look, this is a big number for a Thursday night game. You know, I'm not going to go Homer City on you here. I think the Bills are going to win the game, obviously. But I think I'd be a little bit nervous. Bills are up, easy in the fourth, 31-14, something like that. And you get some late backdoor garbage time touchdown to make it 31-21, and suddenly you're not going to the window. I'd be careful. But notice, Donnie, and I know we're going to get into it. Josh Allen smashes the Dolphins. 13-2 in his career. 2+ touchdown passes, I believe, in 13 out of the 15, 14 out of the 15 games. 235 plus passing yards, 7 of his last 8 against them. I think he's got 3 or 4 Offensive Player of the Week awards playing against Miami in his career. Squish the fish with number 17.
Oh,
I love it. Now, Mike, let me come back with a question for you here because, you know, we are human beings. We love our statistics. So do quarterbacks here. If you look right now, you know who's the favorite to win the MVP? Oh, it's Josh Allen. Josh Allen didn't throw a touchdown last week. Josh Allen's going to throw multiple touchdowns this week. Do you believe me, Carver? 2+ touchdowns tonight. Josh through the air. Come on.
Look, against this team, absolutely. I think that this is the team. I think he also has 41 combined touchdowns passing and rushing against Miami. The next closest is New England with 28 or 29. This guy loves playing against the fish. Donnie, let's roll that up. Let's get that in SGPs tonight. Let's get that everywhere we can.
I want to be in bed by half. I want to no doubt easily win by the half here. Let's also go around the round table here, Tom. I'll start with you first. A team that's 0-2 like the Miami Dolphins. You know they're hearing it from their fan base. Like Tua's going out there getting booed on a day-to-day basis. He's trying to say, like, I don't give a damn what anybody says. I make good money, and we're going to try our best. Same thing with their head coach. They're a loss or two away from being fired with major changes to that team. Does that change any of your opinions, Tom? I'm talking like even betting the game straight or even prop bets on the Dolphins side.
It really does. You know, tonight I have no exposure to Tyreek Hill. Like based on, you know, what we saw in week 1, the video of him, you know, upset on the sideline, like there's a part of me that always thinks that Tyreek Hill is just going to quit on this team mid-game. I'm not going to say he's going to pull an Antonio Brown, but I want no exposure to him. And frankly, if the Dolphins have a chance tonight, I don't think they want to turn this into a track meet and trying to win this game 35-31 type of thing. Like they need to slow the game down, as Joe said, with the running game. HN has to have a big game on the ground if we're going to. So if I want to lean into the player that I trust the most, it's going to be HN, and then it might be Waddle. Like I don't want to trust Tua. I don't want to trust Tyreek. I just want to go to HN time and time again, rushing and receiving combined.
Yeah, I was close in this game because, you know, you're looking at some of the team totals. They're low for the Dolphins. Like, if you figure we're getting like 50 points in a game, and even if the Buffalo Bills are running away with it, like this isn't a game where Hey, going into the fourth quarter, you're down 21 for the Dolphins. Okay, put Tua on the bench. Like, there's no tomorrow. Like, they're going guns blazing tonight to try to win this, or at least try to keep it close. So the quarterback, the coach, the general manager, like, don't get fired, Joe. I'll start with you on this one. Buffalo Bills, week number 1, they did get a miracle victory over the Ravens. I thought the Ravens outplayed them, but hey, they didn't close out, and credit to the Bills for coming back here. Week number 2, they were just the Jets aren't even a professional franchise. If you watch that tape back on offense, they were as bad as you can possibly get. Like, at least Miami poses a threat with weaponry that can get after the Buffalo Bills defense that is banged up. How do you approach the Dolphins tonight, even if they don't win, right? How do you do it?
Well, I mean, I did take a shot, Waddle, like just tempered numbers, right? I altered it down. His number's 48.5. I got him for 30 yards receiving. I mean, to Tom's point, I can't buy in on Tyreek. It would be Devon H.N. and then some secondary, players. But until the game starts, I can't buy into Washington or anybody else right now. I think that the game plan for Miami has to be methodical drives, try and work down the field, hold Buffalo somehow, some way to field goals. And if you're on the flip side with Buffalo, they're going to push tempo. They have no problem open this game up and trying to throw it across multiple receivers. I'm on Shakir to get 60 plus. I'm actually on Sweet Baby Ray Davis tonight as opposed to James Cook, just because if you believe Buffalo is going to extend and have a lead.
Cook was awesome.
Second, Sweet Baby Ray is going to get a bulk of the carries in the second half.
Well, bulk is strong, but I'll tell you this, Joe, and I'll let the cat out of the bag on this one. I like Sweet Baby Ray Davis for the touchdown jackpot tonight. I think that's a great spot for him. For that hey, Donnie, could be the first one too. Joe's not completely wrong here. Short week. Cook got a lot of work because the Jets were so miserable against the run on Sunday.
Yeah.
You could see Cook get a ton of work, get inside the 10. Maybe it's a 9, 10, 11 play drive. Who's coming in at the end? Could be Sweet Baby Ray, but I think you're right. It could be more on the back end where we get maybe a touchdown jackpot for Davis.
Yeah, we'll throw this up to the floor here, Tom. I'll get to you in a second, but if we're just looking from a side total before we dip back into some of these prop bets here, is anybody here on the panel like the under 50.5 tonight? Is anybody buying into that?
I would. I mean, I didn't bet it yet, but I mean, again,
what do you think the final is then, Joe? If you're betting under tonight, like what's your score?
I mean, I can't buy into Miami. I wouldn't shock me if Buffalo wins 31-10.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would say 31-14. Give somewhere around there. It's fine.
I think it's going to be a big sweat on that 50. I think you're going to get your 30 from the Bills. The question is, like I was saying before, it's really the spread and the total, Donnie, are going to be like the same situation. Are you going to get a 31-14 game where Miami backdoors the over and the spread with some garbage time touchdown where the Bills got a lot of secondary guys out there? Remember this too. I know it didn't matter Sunday, but that's more because the Jets are gutless. The Bills are, they're missing some key pieces. There's no Ed Oliver tonight. There's no Matt Milano tonight. There's corners out there that you can go after.
Yep.
Miami could score 17 to 24 points tonight, and that over be very live.
Again, like playing that angle, Tom, right? Like there's no tomorrow for the Dolphins. Like even if they have 3 points at the end of the third quarter, down 41-3, nobody's going to the bench because that means the season is over. Like I just see them chucking right up to the gun, and all you need is a running mate. What I mean by that is Buffalo comes out, scores a touchdown. Boom, Dolphins go right down the field. Okay, now you're engaged. Like that's all you need to start, Tom.
It really is, and look, I think we're all in agreement that Buffalo probably can do 75% of the work to get towards the over. And then it comes down to late game. What do we see from the Dolphins?
Yeah.
Do we see them quit? Do we see them just give up? Because, we saw that in week 1. We saw Zach Wilson come into play, which I don't think anyone was expecting. So if they can stay within 10 points, I think the total will be very live up until the end of the fourth.
All right, let's get some prop attacks here. We're going to start with the quarterbacks here. Josh Allen, 238.5 is his passing prop. Tua Tagovailoa, 243.5 passing touchdowns here. Over 1.5 for Tua is a plus 134 price. Josh Allen up to a minus 156 for 2 touchdowns. I'll open up to the floor. Wide receiver props, running back props, we'll get to them. Quarterback props, anybody dealing with touchdown markets, rushing for the quarterbacks, touchdowns for the quarterbacks, how we doing it out there? Go ahead.
I would take under attempts for Josh Allen, 29.5. He might not, Donnie, they might not have to do a whole lot. That's the point. I mean, to your point, is Miami going to be the running mate? Could be Josh Allen on the ground, Cook and Davis on the ground, and they just rip them, and they could be up 17-0 after 2 quarters. And Josh Allen has a very pedestrian type of day. I don't think he's going to get over 30 attempts in this game. I know it's juiced to the over, but I would take a shot at -108 under attempts for Josh Allen.
A lot of times I look at the quarterbacks here coming in like, okay, who's going to be the one that's going to be down in the second half and throwing? It is Tua Tagovailoa. It's still 243.5. But I don't see any world, like if the Dolphins are competitive, how does Tua not have 2 touchdown passes tonight? Like just all A-chain inside the 10 and busting long runs, Mike?
I agree. I think that Tua, you're getting 2+ right now at +132.
Yeah.
I think like you said, they are going to be going for all. I mean, you're 0-2. The talk is out there.
Yeah.
They have got to give everything all the way to the end tonight, no matter the situation, at least show that they care. So you'd have to think, I like the +132 there. Even the 2 yards, like if that's going to be the scenario, 250 at +104?
Yeah.
They're going to be throwing, whether the game's close or they're getting smashed. They're going to throw.
Yeah.
Tommy, what are you thinking?
If you think Josh Allen, to Joe's point, if you think Josh Allen goes over on his attempts, it probably means the Dolphins are covering because something went wrong and he has to pass. Like Joe, you said pedestrian on, like he could very easily end with like 180 passing yards tonight, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing. And like box score wise, that doesn't look great because he doesn't have to. But if he needs to pass for 30, 35 times, it means the Dolphins are scoring.
Now, if we look, guys, at the wide receiver position, I am intrigued tonight by this because, and I get like, there's so many options for the Bills that sometimes you get burned by the odd man out. It's like, damn, they didn't even look at this guy tonight. Everybody else ate. Khalil Shakir, 42.5 yards. Keon Coleman, 43.5 yards. Kincaid, 33.5 yards. Palmer, 35.5 yards. Even James Cook out of the backfield, like 1 screen pass, 14.5 yards. Why are we so low on the Buffalo Bills tonight? I'll start with you, Joe. Is it just that you're expecting a big ground game where maybe they hold Miami down, but all I see is value at that wide receiver position?
Yeah, I agree with you. I did take Shakir as the one guy. Shakir. The problem I have with Coleman and Kincaid is that they're feast or famine. They utilized in week 1. The consistency is going to be there for the month. I wouldn't bet that. I would bet against Shakir being the number 1 guy tonight. He's the speedster. He's the guy that has the best hands, in my opinion. I would take a shot on Cook. I don't like Cook on the ground for rushing. To Mike's point, he was utilized a lot in terms of workload. But if you can get James Cook out in space, especially on a passing situation, that's 1 pass where he gets 20, 25 yards. His number tonight's 14.5. So I would take a shot Cook receiving.
I know you're talking consistency, Joe, with Keon Coleman, and really Kincaid. There's never been consistency since he's been there. They haven't found a way.
They utilized him in week 1.
Joe, we just said they didn't need to utilize anyone in the passing game in week 2. They didn't need to throw the ball at all. So it's hard for me to say inconsistency when they weren't trying to pass the entire day. So
you're right.
Pass tonight.
And the thing I would say,
you want to buy into Coleman? That's the thing.
These numbers are light, Joe.
No, but here's the way I would approach it. We don't know. Like it's always like Keon Coleman up, Shakir down, Shakir up, Keon Coleman. So I would almost say it's reasonable to play Shakir, Coleman, Kincaid, and if you want to throw in Palmer in there, play all of them over, and you're just hoping that 3 of the 4 come through. You don't know who's going to be. Or you can play all 4 of them under, right? And you're just hoping that you come out net positive because you don't know who's going to pop off. So if you're on, rising tide lifts all ships. If Josh Allen has to pass, you get through on 3 of them.
I play the 2 lowest numbers, which is Cook, as Donnie said, at 13.5. And honestly, I'd play Dawson Knox at 15.5 as well because he's going to get a catch or 2. He gets it every game.
Bing, bong, bing, bong. Donnie Wrightside, Tom Vecchio, Joe Lisi, Mike Carver, formerly of Carver and Lisi. We're all here tonight. We're all having fun. It's a Thursday night. We're getting after it, having fun. Running back props, baby. Let's get to him. James Cook, 59.5. A-Chan, 52.5. Josh Allen, 28.5. Sweet Baby Ray, 23.5. Tom Vecchio, I'll start with you first. Whose eye you have here on those running back props tonight? If you have them.
It's no rushing props for running backs. I have a running back prop for A-Chan. But it's A-Chan over longest reception. I like him in the receiving game a lot.
Pass.
Longest reception was 15.5 still for him.
And over the middle last week.
15.5. Like the running or the A-Chan usage in the passing game is essentially an extension of their run game. So if we know that the Bills defense is just a little bit weaker with Ed Oliver and Milano out tonight, I think Achane's in for a big night, so I like him over longest reception.
Joe Lisi, running backs. Come on now.
I told you, I'm on James Cook receiving. I altered him 20+, and I'm on Sweet Baby Ray as high as 30. I really think he could bust one. And again, if you believe Buffalo's going to have anywhere from a 14 to 20 point lead in the second half, I don't think they utilize Cook as much. I think it's Ty Johnson. I think it's Sweet Baby Ray. Now they don't. If a couple of books don't have Ty Johnson, I'm going with the bigger back, Sweet Baby Ray Davis between the tackles. And again, when he's hot, that could be in the first quarter. He's shown a propensity at times to get involved in the offense early. So give me the Kentucky kid. Eat Sweet Baby Ray. Did these Cubs score? Can we get scoring in the Cubs?
No, Cubs ain't scoring tonight. Cincinnati's going to dominate. Hunter Green looks like the next coming Cy Young tonight. Don't you worry about it here. Anybody buying into Tua Tagovailoa? A half of a rushing. Come on. Games on the line. Seasons on the line. Concussions are on the line. He needs 1 yard tonight. Can he get 1 yard? Come on now. Greg Rousseau's in his face. He can't get 1 yard?
I'm not buying it. Not buying it.
No.
I will give you, I know you like specials, Donnie. There's one that kind of caught my eye on the specials market.
What do you got?
Achan and Cook to each have 25+ in each half.
Yes.
25 in each half.
Yeah.
6-1.
Love it.
For that.
Why not?
25 yards for each of them in each half. Now, look, I get it, Tom. We start getting the game that we were kind of talking about where there's some blowouts. There's Miami's passing in the second half. But 25, if both are getting obviously the lion's share of the work here, that doesn't work for Joe's theory with Sweet Baby Ray Davis. But Cook and Achan 25 yards a pop in each half at 6-1.
I think the odds are fine. It goes against the game script I'm envisioning along with the other props. So I guess it's negatively correlated for what I have already. So I don't mind the number. I just wouldn't invest in it based on what I already have.
People loving it. Chat box loving it. Enjoy it. Everybody's out here having some fun, getting after it here. We got some little Luke Kane out here. Anybody know Luke Kane? Anybody know out there? Anybody
Luke Kane. Look at Luke Kane.
By the way, Luke, put that down in your timesheet tonight. Credit first, man. It's action. It's how we get down and certainly how we have fun. Now, let's get to the touchdown prop market tonight.
Yeah.
I got bad numbers on the way I played it a little bit earlier today. I'll get that in a second. But the favorites are James Cook and Josh Allen. And I always stand for this. Minus 175. That's ridiculous. I'm not taking James Cook. Watch him score in the first quarter. You'll be upset that you didn't pay that minus 175. Josh Allen gets to the 2 yard line. Come on, brother. I need you to throw it tonight. No Superman jumps from the 3 yard line. Throw the ball in. Flip it to Knox. Flip it to Kincaid. That's the way we get down. But for me, I actually took 2 props today. Both Miami wide receivers. Right now at the market, just looking at FanDuel, Tyreek Hill's plus 160. Waddle's up to plus 260. All I wanted to do today, and I got less numbers than that, was one of those 2 guys to catch a touchdown pass, and I'd be happy with the plus money. Tom, I'll start with you first. If you even want to take a side like Miami touchdown props, Buffalo touchdown props, where are you going tonight?
I'm going with Josh Palmer for a touchdown at plus 270 for my jackpot play, which I don't want to, gas myself up, but I have hit it in each of the last 3 games with at least one of them. Roma Dunze, Dobbs, and the other guy's escaping me, someone else. But get that through. Second highest target share on the team is actually higher than Kincaid and Khalil Shakir. And we have the 3rd highest red zone target share. He's an option that's going to go overlooked. I will say he hasn't scored, and Khalil Shakir also hasn't scored. So if you play both of them, you just want one of them come through, and you're at plus money on those 2.
Bang.
I just played 2 long shots.
Who do you got?
Well, I'm on Sweet Baby Ray for the yards. I took Ty Johnson for the touchdown. And I'm tired of hearing about Ollie Gordon, how he was RB1 for all these fantasy guys. Half of them haven't even watched him play at Oklahoma State. So he hits pay dirt tonight, even though I'm on HN, plus 550. So they all love Ollie Gordon because they watched one preseason game. Little do they know, he was the nation's leading rusher 2 years ago.
How about Alec
Don't get me started.
Bump off inside the 5 yard line. Wiggles his way in there, Joe. 20-1. Alec Ingold. How about Tua? I'm surprised you don't know this. Tua Tagovailoa, 20-1, Joe. That's right up your alley right there.
No, I can't do it, Donnie. Here's the thing. This Dolphin team, you'll know if they're going to quit within the first 5 minutes. That defense allows Josh Allen to go straight down the field, sliced and diced. First opening drive, it's over. Don't even bet it in game. It's done.
Tickets yelling at this son of I can't even. He actually did. shit. You know what I mean? That's what they're going to be yelling at there at that point right now.
True.
Getting after it at this point. But I'm looking forward to a good game tonight. I do think it trends more to the over than the under. But I didn't bet this. I love team totals, but I like certain numbers. Like, hey, you're going to give me a 19.5. You give me a 23.5. It's very hard for me to say, like, the over 28.5 and higher, even though the Baltimore Ravens do it routinely. So do the Buffalo Bills. Like, they're always at that high number. But I would be very surprised if we don't have the Buffalo Bills with 4 touchdowns tonight, Mike. Like, not from a rooting standpoint. Like, I pegged them for 4 touchdowns tonight, and I'll be shocked if they don't score more than 28 tonight. I would be.
I would be very surprised if they didn't get in the end zone 4 times.
Yeah.
I think that you have to expect it at home against this team, which they routinely score tons of points against. I mean, even in the Josh Allen era, we gave you all the numbers. I mean, he bullies them. He's just a straight bully on the fish. I think you could spread it around a little bit with these Bill guys. I'm with you. I don't want to go after this heavy chalk with Cook and Allen tonight. Yeah. I'd rather Allen be throwing it around. I like the Palmer look. I think Shakir gets in tonight at plus 250. Yeah. I'm going Ray Davis for the jackpot at plus 360. And I'm taking a small shot on Knox for first touchdown again at 25-1. Prime time games sometimes with Dawson and Knox. I think it's worth a small flyer. Maybe you got yourself a little $5-10 bonus bet sitting around in your account. Why not 25-1 on Dawson Knox to try to maximize it?
There you go. Like to see it.
There you go. Dawson Knox.
The Knox man. I just need dump offs. I'm telling you right now.
And Tyreek Hill. I'm playing Hill because now it's principle for me. I've played him the last 2 weeks against Indy and New England. He hasn't scored. So now it's Joe's. Martingale says, we're just going to keep firing it in now on Tyreek Hill. We're just going to keep firing it in.
Martingale.
So the guy finally goes and scores.
Bet 10, lose 10.
This is,
that's 20.
And by the way, it's the last week I'm going to do it. I'll be off. So if Tyreek Hill doesn't score tonight, I'm letting everybody know.
Yep.
Run to the window next week, whoever they're playing in week 4, because I'm not playing him, and he will score.
You mean once he gets traded on his new team? That's
possible too. They lose 45-7 tonight, like Joe thinks is going to happen. McDaniel could be fired. Hill could be traded. It could be a tough Friday down in Miami Gardens.
Yeah, once McDaniel
new head coach John Gruden.
You only want Gruden to get that job, so everyone starts sending those boxes of swag to you instead of him, and you could cut videos on it. That's the only reason why.
I know that's not right. You know why? Because I was right about McDaniel. Nobody else saw it but me, and that's why I want him to get canned tonight. Okay. That's why.
50 people watching live, Joe Chopsbox says. More people watching at CNN. How about that?
I will say about McDaniel, I think it's pretty clear. I think he's a good offensive coordinator. He's a horrible coach. And it's just one of those scenarios. Like, he can be a very good coordinator. He's just not meant to be a coach.
He's going to be, once Patullo gets fired, he's going to be right back in here. By the way, did you know, like, this podcast that we do right now, 2 million views, Lacey.
2 million! highest across multiple fast channels and platforms. No marketing, just straight, that's it. Flexing the muscles in the East Coast.
By the way, Bet365, I love their match total specials. If you ever haven't seen them before, they do individually, and they also have the combined. If we look tonight, touchdown passes in the game. Doesn't matter who throws them. Could be a punter, kicker, backup quarterback comes in. This is why I love it. I've lost so many bets in the past. Like, hey, quarterback over 1.5 touchdown passes. Get injured, you lose. But when you just have a game bet, 3.5 touchdown passes in this game is a plus 140 price. Like the rushing angle tonight, over 2.5 rushing touchdowns in the game is a minus 130 price. I think both of those are live in this game tonight. Any thoughts
absolutely.
on those, Mike?
Tom? Yeah, absolutely. Like, if there's obviously you're not getting the odds that you want based on a straight play of just Josh Allen or just Tua, but there is some level of safety to it. It's like Josh Allen could have 2 rushing touchdowns. Cook it could be Allen, Cook, and Davis. They all have 1. And if you play that, you're kind of just cruising to the window at a certain point.
Yeah. How about sacks tonight? 4.5 plus 125. I love match bets, man. I enjoy those.
Do you?
Yeah.
I think the Bills, even though they're a little bit banged up, if they have the lead, they're going to pin their ears back. They'll get to 2 multiple times.
Well, what's the Bosa number tonight? What's the Bosa number for a sack?
Let's see here. Let's go to sack props here. We'll go to player props. Let me scroll down. Get some.
They don't got him listed on Vandal. He ain't up there.
To record a sack tonight, Bradley Chubb plus 320, Kenneth Grant 6-1, Phillips plus 310, Chop Robinson 5-1, and Zach Seiler 3.
No Bosa?
Bosa on the Bill side. He's only plus 105 tonight.
Hey, Bosa!
I got to tell you,
Vanessa plus.
He's gonna get hurt eventually.
Yeah.
But watching him, and I watched the Bills maybe a little bit closer than everybody else for a reason. He looks like early years Joey Bosa the first couple weeks. Like, he is making impactful plays all over the field. Run game, pass game. I think you got to go to the window with Bosa till he finally starts grabbing his leg or his back or his head.
He forced that fumble, Carver, on Fields, right? Punching the football out loose early in that game.
Yeah, fumble there.
All over the place. Minus 110 price, too. You can bet, by the way, yes and no at Bet365 on some of these sack props, which is crazy. Imagine like Kenneth Grant. He's at a 6-1. Like, he's not going to get a sack minus 1,000. Ooh, that's a tough pill. He gets a sack. Or a half sack is all you need. You don't even need a full sack on Bet365. You just chime in with one, and you certainly walk away. So there's some fun bets to have tonight. But again, we're looking at a total at 50.5 points and a 11.5 to 12.5 point number. Let me just get some of those updated odds.
Mike, one question for you. You said that this could be 31-21. Would you be actively looking to take the Bills 9.5 in game if it got there? Like, 12 is a different number than 9.5.
If this game starts a little slow and it gets below 10 live, maybe Miami scores first. Maybe maybe something. I would take anything under 10. Okay. I would early on. If obviously you get to halftime and it looks like they're in this game and it's maybe not. But early on, you want to make a quick, grab play on it. Maybe Bills punt 3 and out. Maybe Miami scores a field goal or touchdown to start the game. I don't know if it'll move much off a field goal, but a touchdown, maybe it will. And you can grab something under 10. I'd absolutely want to be in.
Yeah.
By the way, just looking at Twitter right now, the show's going around. A lot of people watching right now. Somebody asked a question: is that Nadu with a hat on? How about that, Card? We love social media.
That's great.
Yeah. People all over the place. 3 minutes left, so let's go around the table one last time. Tom Vecchio tonight. Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins. Who's on your card tonight, man?
Achane over 15.5 longest reception. He gets done in the screen game. I think you could very easily play him rushing, receiving combined. I like Palmer for the anytime TD jackpot. I'm also on a Khalil Shakir TD. I think one of the two of them gets into the end zone.
There we go.
All right, Donnie, I have a Donnie parlay. Khalil Shakir, 50 yards. James Cook, 10 receiving. Dalton Kincaid, 20 receiving.
Come on.
Achane, 30 yards on the ground. And Sweet Baby Ray for 15 yards. It pays $6.35. That's one. Then I got the big one is Sweet Baby Ray for 25 plus. Waddle for 20, right? Achane for a touchdown and 60 yards on the ground.
Wow. Look at Joe.
Luis Mateo there, the pizza guys chiming in. This is all you guys on Sirius XM. We're back. Sirius XM, we just re-upped. Maybe in the future. Okay. Maybe we'll be back having some action tonight. Mike Carver, what do you got today, baby?
All right. Ray Davis for the jackpot for me. I'm going to play Shakir as well. Little sprinkle Dawson Knox on the first tutty at 25-1. I used the Josh Allen 2+ passing touchdowns in a small SGP with Shakir 40+ and Waddle 50+. So that's a plus 370. I put those two together. Nice. And look, I think that Ray Davis is, like Joe said, I like the Ray Davis angle tonight, whether you want to go yards, etc. With him.
For me, love the quarterback, love Josh Allen tonight, over 2 touchdown passes. It is a little juicy. There's no way, shape, or form he doesn't throw at least 1 to get you into that ballpark. 2 should absolutely be if I expect 4 touchdowns.
And it's a good jump to 3, Donnie. You look at him 3+. I mean, you're talking almost 3-1 for him to throw 3 touchdowns.
Hammer time there. And also the
ladder play.
Give me 1 touchdown either out of Tyreek Hill or Jaylen Waddle. They both get in. Boy, that's a big night, but I did bet both of those as well. So we're ready to party tonight. It's Thursday Night Football. The boys do this each and every Monday, Thursday, and Sunday here. 30 minutes till kickoff. Hope you guys had fun tonight. It's your boy Donnie Right Side along with Tom